Hello again, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, and this is an unexpected, well, sort of unexpected. This is a part 3, and I'm going to add dots in different colors, different places, which I've been looking forward to trying. And I have leftover colors from yesterday that I kept under some Glad press and seal. And I'm going to add a little bit of Orange Crush, see if I like that. And maybe I'll try a little bit of saffron too and see if I like that better, which I might. So this was the sour lemon with Orange Crush in it. And I'm going to try using a paintball skewer. Find a wider spot. And try and remember to keep my head out of the camera. I might jump around from place to place. It doesn't mean I won't finish anything. I just may not have enough time right now. Of course, it also might be nice to just do what I'm doing and not fill in, but I don't know how that's going to work yet. I'm going to grab the... Maybe I'm going to mix them. It looks like it. I just did by accident, so... Now underneath that, in that pan of paint, is a whole bunch of interferences and other things that just make a good base layer for me to float some color on the top of. Now it depends on me how far along I want to go, but I think I want to continue. And as you run out of paint, if you turn your tool, you may find you have a little more. So I've got some black, and I'm dying to try it in that red. I am going to clean off my skewer. I have a whole bunch standing by, but it just tends to seem like once I start with one tool, I continue on there. It may not be that way with this, because I shaved the end off. I shaved the rounded end off with a sharp blade, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get a nice flat dot or not. It looks like I'm doing better now that I've practiced a minute. I definitely think I'm going to use some Chantilly lace, but I used Chantilly lace over here, here and here. Black paint I'm using is not very deep, which will probably prevent me from having too much drippage as I get down to the skinnier portion of that stripe, or the non-existent portion of that stripe, which is more like it. I'm going to reduce the size of my dots. They are rather dramatic. I'm not really trying to line them up. If I go back again and press down, I get a rounder dot. I think I might do more of these. Now those have to be bigger because I've got a wider space there. Which is okay. That's kind of nice that it worked out so I could do that. I am focused, so I'm not really very talkative. It definitely makes me want to go back and find some white and put it in over here just because I can. I've got a bunch of little dishes standing by, and I don't think I want the Chantilly lace. I think what I want is some of my regular Artist Loft, now missing, there it is. Although maybe silver would have been good too. Still, just the same, I'm going to try the white to start with. I'm going to use a different skewer And obviously as you move away from where you start, your dots will get smaller. Now I went on the black instead of in between, which is kind of not what I had in mind, but I did it so, short of wanting to wipe it away, I kind of want to just use what I've got. Because I think I like it. I think I'm going to use some more of that over here. Hoping I'm not completely obscuring your view. My instinct and intuition is what I'm relying on, and I hope I'm not wrong. Definitely makes me think I'm going to grab some of the pink diamond that I used with the poinsettia, because I like how bright it is. This looks really different. Changing up the dots and the colors of the dots. I am trying to remember that I'll have a larger dot when I start. And if you go every other one, you get good spacing. Not in that case, I didn't do it right. But it's still okay. That's kind of fun. I like it. Makes me want to do it on the purple. Right there. I gotta be careful now. Switch my tool and try and keep my hand out of my work. At least the dots show up well, so I have less likelihood of smearing them. Knock on wood, someone please. Where's that pink? I like changing up the design by adding space between the dots, but then I have to remember I'm not spacing them to fill in, I'm spacing them to change up the pattern. And obviously I'm not going to be able to finish all of this, and I don't know if I will want to anyway. If I get a result that I really like, let me grab that pink diamond. And wipe off my skewer. Now I did kind of lose the pattern somewhat when I used the graduated tool that I'm not used to, that someone gifted me. But I think I can make up for that. I'll try. By just dotting over it, the areas that filled in. Because it's fun, basically. The reason I didn't paint over this painting with dots because I didn't like the painting. It just reminds me an awful lot of another painting that I did already. So much so that it feels identical, sort of. I know, I'm sure it's not. That's the way it feels. Now I could go in between, but I think in this case the pink diamond is going to show up a whole lot better if I go on top of the sour lemon mixed with orange crush, which at some point in time there ought to be a color made up for that. I'm liking that. I'm thinking about blue suddenly. I finally cleared the tip on the blue. Why am I not remembering that? It's right there. Blue velvet. I kept thinking blue suede. You know, like the song. Okay, that one had to go because I didn't pick my tool up well enough. I'm not sure what I can do in 20 minutes. I'm sure it's not going to be enough and it probably won't be finished, but I want to try. I think I'm going to use some of the pink diamond in between the Chantilly lace, because the Chantilly lace wound up being sort of invisible. I didn't put down a heavy enough layer in this particular zone, and I don't want to redo it. But I think I can enhance the area by just adding some pink diamond. If I'm not in too much of a hurry, I won't pull any little tails over. I think I changed from in between to on top of the stripe, but it's so invisible I don't think it makes that much difference. I am still going to go back and grab some of this orange. See how far I can get with it. I have done these with dots before. I can't remember. It's been a little while, and I really loved my result. That's pretty cool. I think I'm going to try some of that orange. Right on top. That was the poinsettia and pink diamond. And there's enough of a puddle there so I can probably finish that line off by going back and stealing some paint. Now what did I do? There's my white. Let me wipe off my stick. Get back in here with the white. If I don't get them too close, I have a much better chance of avoiding them running together. But since the background paint is dry, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. I'm not sure about that one, so I'm going to let it move along. So far so good. I am liking that white. I think I'm going to do some more of that. Also, when you first touch down, if you touch down more lightly, you'll deposit less paint. Which might seem common sense to somebody, but sometimes we learn the hard way, and it's easier if someone tells us. Okay, I'm not sure where to go from there, but I'm being led over here. Because there's a bit of a smear there, a residual. I think it's where I used my spatula to modify an area that had paint on it I wasn't pleased with. And now I can camouflage it, with the exception of having made a slight detour right there. I'm just going with the flow. Pun intended. I'm liking the white a lot. I don't think it needs to be shiny because there's a whole bunch of other shiny stuff in here already. I'm not really keeping an eye on the time, but I suspect I should tell you guys there are over 28 lists. There's probably 29 lists of 100 videos by now, and I have them all saved by topic and genre as well as by the 100. I really like that white. I could probably dot out most of everything in white and not be unhappy with my result at all. It definitely pops. That's the feeling I had when I started to tell you about. So if you guys would give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you have questions, leave them in the comments or use my email address, easpb, and the word gallery spelled out, @gmail.com. Cool. Really cool. I like it a lot. Where's that blue I was talking about? Maybe one more row of white in between here. At least this time they don't look like teeth. I hope not. Anyway, somebody noticed a detail I shared on Facebook. My Facebook group is Expressionist Fluid Art Appreciation. For some reason I'm feeling like this needs it. So there's a color art coupon code I probably mentioned in the last video, and if I didn't, I am now. And I'm an affiliate, so if you shop color art products, you help me out a little bit. And Leslie appreciates that, and I appreciate that. You can find it near Show More, or under Show More probably, more likely. Also under Show More, you find my link tree with Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook group I told you about already. Society 6 and The Gallerist have my designs on clothing and merchandise that look awesome. I just added some new designs there. I'm really pleased with what they did. I think if I put blue in, there's a chance it's going to go in that purple. And I might have just enough time to do something about that. If I want to use that black again, I need to keep the cover on it though. I pulled that blue down and then I didn't do anything with it. But I will now. There, I kind of like that actually. Which is a good response, evidently. I can't be in a hurry. I'm trying to think of what I haven't told you. Please give me a thumbs up. When you share my videos, you help me out, and I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for being here. I post at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It used to be 2:15 p.m. But I noticed on the analytics that most of the people who do watch my stuff, or this type of stuff, are on at that time. So I thought I'd all join you for a cup of coffee. Because it's the only coffee I have anymore. That's cool. So I should probably, when the timer goes off, I will try and shimmer this at you again. Because even though the white isn't shimmery, the dry paint is. Speaking of which, I don't know why I bother setting the last minute. So it may or may not look the same as it looks now, but it's going to be pretty similar. I want to do some more white in the poinsettia, and I might do a little bit of blue over here in the mysterious section of Chantilly lace that wasn't as heavy as the other one. And yes, dots are reminiscent of Aboriginal art. I'm a fan, so in my mind it's a compliment. I think it's really, really pretty. I like doing this a lot. So thank you guys again for joining me. My email address I gave you, I think, but if I didn't, it's easpb and the word gallery spelled out @gmail.com. I do sell my artwork and I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. My Amazon link is a great place to shop. My 2 books are there because I can, and Unlimited Possibilities. And when you shop there, you help me out. I think I said that. All right. I love you guys. Come again. Bye for now. You're going to be gone in a heartbeat. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you anon. Priscilla out. Thank you for the kind words and the compliments, and thank you for the donations, and thank you to my new membership. And